That's a price that T1 is willing to pay as Faker locks in Tristana.
And this is the call that they got in both games 1 and 2, of course.
Zeus is just going to take one for the team. Did a very admirable job, although it wasn't enough in game 1. Then, you know, had a great Yone game and still... When Guma isn't playing Sana anymore, you kind of know.
That's Seraphine.
Okay, that kind of catches me off guard. Because I think Seraphine picking it when the Senna's like locked in, you want to deny it, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to highlight Keria actually going for the Jack of all trades as well as First Strike. So this is a build that isn't as strong as it was, I say, as they relentlessly pummel them.
Sometimes the bros, they're just the next level.
No jump from Faker.
Yeah, Faker could be in trouble here as Owner is in exactly the right position. Grasping Roots will connect as Owner comes on over.
That's okay. You know, that's a thing you can do. You can actually inject more resources into her.
Yeah, well, Faker is going very aggressive onto Closer, who has absolutely no mana. Keria is going to turn up. Yeah, that we get Snow. It's
oh my god.
I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait for winter. I'm so excited. So excited. Is Henan not so excited here on this bottom side of the map?
They haven't backed. They're just both sitting on a single one. Duro.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit dicey, but Gumishi has to get over the wall and doesn't have very much mana left.
Wait, Duro's healed. He's vibing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Hena's not vibing. I take it back.
Does now use the heal as Owner comes on in. There's the root caller, and oh dear. Duro. Very, very low Trusha Barrage splits them up, but they are still alive. Inside, he's actually looking for a gank on that top side, exactly. As Zeus looking to go all out, does pull them underneath the turret, loses a bunch of his tankiness though, and Henna doesn't really want to be tanking this turret. And as you can see there, if he got hit again, he would have been very, very dead. As Stranglethorns comes in, Zeus is going to avoid it, but no one's really hitting any of the turret's not hitting any of the bad guys. So
down there as well.
You did see that Faker in a bit of a long lane, but we're going to focus our attention elsewhere as the Ram comes out. T1 getting knocked around a little bit, but the same treatment actually going over to the side of BNK is now Clear looking to jump after Faker. It is a Yordle battle, and he smacks him out of the air.
Good. But I do think once you get to the really later stage of the game, once Duro becomes tanky enough, which he very obviously is not yet, he's going to do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
Be pulling the trigger here.
Yeah, there it is. Call of Forge God comes in. He flashes after Gumiushi, but he's not going to fall for it. They do get every summoner spell out of Keria. Not quite able to get it down to half health just yet. So the K-Ram, not necessarily super successful, but it is still a lot of pressure being put on here by T1 as Trusha Barrage. Wow, the double value there. Okay. Now let's see whether they do successfully get this charge to work out. The charge is definitely coming in. It's just whether they can keep themselves alive. Dawning Shadow, decent amount of work here getting done as they take down the Cassante. The turret's also dead. The Wallop not going to connect, but B&K, this is the kind of tempo, this is the kind of gusto that we saw in game 1.
Ended up being a lot of damage attempted, but I want to take another look. So what happens here? So they get the ultimate, but Duro has cleanse. And it's actually hard for them to move up because Clear does have a pretty substantial Narbar. So Duro and Clear are...
Of course, both of them, you know, get more range as they level up, things like that. So I'm feeling like maybe it's a thing. Is all right, Zeus looking for an angle there, doesn't find the Q3.
Zeus used his flash in that play as well. They used a lot of ultimates. I don't think they have the damage though. Crucially, Closer wasn't there. So it is just Raptor as well as Henna. Henna also going for an actual AD build, by the way. Kraken Slayer, not the lethality weapon, but they're going to keep going.
Yeah, they're still on it. They're still on it. Let's see whether Owner can actually get in there. He dives into the pit, but it's going to be secured by Raptor. They take down the other tree as well as now you've got Clear diving on top, and B&K, I guess they took a vacation for game number 2 because they are back here and they are ready to play for game 3.
Set this up and feel relatively confident. But what a moment there for Raptor, right? I think Owner a little bit early, but again, he's in the pit, so and he Owner carry out the case in game number 2 rather. This doesn't really feel.
Oh, the Stranglethorns is going to connect here as now Faker has to rocket jump out, but wasn't able to buffer that one. still, he is going to keep himself alive. True Shot Barrage doing a fair bit of work here as Daisy's going to go down. Henna has to flash.
You think that that is a ton of value that normally you'd get. Not going to be the case here.
T1, they're moving over, and maybe it's not as much of an issue because this Baron can be two-manned, I think. As Stranglethorns comes in, there are so many seeds in there. It's going down so fast. The Ram is going to get the knock-up. It might be another 50-50 is clear. The Gnar bar is stacking, but the health bar isn't. Still, he makes it to a brush. The Baron is going to be secured. There is a snare on top of Zeus, but he still manages to make his way out. The Mega Gnar does come in.
It's not necessary, Atlas. You want to get those base structures. Top lane inhib already down. That's going to make the Dragon a formality anyway. Yeah, that's true. They might get this Dragon as well. So if there is an angle where T1 win, it does come off of them getting Mountain. This is gonna get...
Yeah, the last one remaining going to be seen to by Clear. His teleport is up, and I think Zeus may have actually snuck around. True Shot Barrage is going to miss, and can he find the all-out angle? He flashes! He does not find it! The Redemption comes in as well. There's the all-out we were talking about, but it's on to Duro. He's so incredibly tanky. Carrier, not so much, and Raptor just blows him up! And the rest of T1 are now split. They fanned out. They're going to give up their inhibitor. An inhibitor turret is already being taken down because Clear set that one up earlier. And that's going to be all of the inhibs down. I think Fearx may have done it.
Atlas, it's happening. BNK are going to get the upset win. We're in game number 3. T1, the loss against Hanwha, that was one thing. But there's something else entirely. Duro is stepping in.
This could be it, the resurgence for BNK. Clear smacks them both into their nexus. And now Gumayushi is going to go for it, but he's not going to be able to find the angle. There goes the nexus. Upset complete. BNK Fearx take down T1.
And ever since Duro joined, I think the team started coming together. And the fans, they go insane. Because who could have predicted this? The T1 Hanwha series, that's the one where I think realistically, if Hanwha ended up winning, no surprise. They won the last series. If T1 ended up winning, we know this team can reiterate. We know this team can bounce back. And bounce back, they're going to have to. Because BNK, in both games that they won, looked so much stronger.
And maybe they're, taking a different leaf out of the book, wanting to focus completely for their Hanwha Life Esports series. Drop the ball here, but they can come back all guns blazing.
The big one on Saturday. There, like Raptor, Closer, Henna, all immediately. Because they know if Zeus gets the knock-up and Carrier gets the chain, that could be it. But no.
And, I mean, there are a lot of things to say, right? T1, I don't think they drafted super well today outside of in game number 2. Game number 2, it looked beautiful. The Braum really augmenting the core 3 champions that we've seen be very powerful in the Trist, Ezreal, and the Ivern.
Duro's like, I gotta keep this minion alive.
As Gumayushi almost manages to be a hero in some of these moments. As, he's just losing his mind.
나이스.